Daniel here from JCAD Pictures, and I'm going to be answering evaluation question 3, talking about the way we have distributed our film and the other options we could and ways we could have distributed our film. The way which we distribute our film was on the free online site YouTube. We did this because it is free, and in theory anyone could watch our film, which means we can reach a wide audience. And if they like our film, they might be inclined to buy it if we release it on a DVD, or to be downloaded online, or go and see future films by our studio of JCAD Pictures. Another reason why we decided to digitally distribute our film is because of the heavy financial costs of traditional film reels. But in the end, we won't be putting our film of Sprint in cinemas because we, at the moment, won't have a distribution deal to put our films in the cinemas and multiplexes. But there are of course negatives to us distributing our film digitally. For starters, there is so much competition online, even more than in cinemas, so there's a great chance that no one will ever find out about our film. That's why we need to market our film very well. To do this, we can use new technologies of social networking, such as Facebook and Twitter. Some good examples of social networking done to a great success would be for a small film like Pride by Proud Films. Even though compared to big film social medias, they don't have many followers for them, compared to them, but it's a great success for them personally because it means more people discover their film. Two other reasons why social networking is great for marketing is that we can get interaction with our audience, and it might entice them, to go see our film. And secondly, we can get feedback from the audience for future projects. And then lastly, a great thing about social networking is we can use internet cookies, which means we can target a specific audience of people who would want to come and see our film. So like, our target audience of like around a 12A, people who like thriller action films. If they've been searching stuff like that up on the internet, we can target our adverts to them through their social media. So that's the way we've distributed our film. But there are many other ways which we could have distributed our film. So one way we could have got a distribution deal. Like we could either get a distribution deal with one of the several big companies around the world. So we could get a distribution deal, or we could get like multiple distribution deals in the UK. So one with BBC Film and Canal Plus and Cine Plus, for example. And then other ways you get a 50% ownership deal. So then we make our film as we already have, and then use a big conglomerate to distribute our film. Like Universal's done with New Line Cinema with films like The Theory of Everything, The Imitation Game, and A Danish Girl. And a third option, we could always be using a public funding institute like the BFI to get the money to distribute our film. If they think our film's going to be a success, they will give us some of the public funding from the lottery to help us distribute or film our film, which will be good to get it out and wider known. Then lastly, some people would argue the best way to distribute your film is by vertical or horizontal integration, by being owned by a big multinational media conglomerate. We shall use Disney for my example. If Disney owned us JCAD Pictures, then we could use vertical integration to get the funding from Walt Disney, make the film by JCAD Pictures, and then get it distributed by Disney Motion Pictures, which would get our film all around the world with no expense to us. But obviously we couldn't have done this one because we're not going to get brought out by one of the biggest companies like Disney, Universal, 20th Century Fox, so on and so forth. They're not going to buy out a small independent British film company like JCAD Pictures. So I think the way we have distributed our film digitally is the most beneficial to us due to it being free, and if we, as I said, use social media well, it will get our film marketed very well and then get it seen more.